Hello dear students, welcome to English grammar class. Students, I'll be continuing with chapter 3rd, that is verbs, tenses. So, in the last class, in the last video, I explained you about tenses. That tenses, they indicate the time of an action. What are tenses? Tenses are verb forms that indicate the time of an action. And I explained you that tenses there are basically three tenses. The first one, present tense, the second one, past tense, and the third one, future tense. I have also told you about the subcategories of all the three tenses, that they are divided into 4 subcategories each. And I started with present tense, and I dealt with 2 subcategories, that is simple present tense and present continuous tense. So, in this video, I shall start with the third subtopic of present tense, that is present perfect tense. So, students, present perfect tense, it is used to show an action that has just been completed. So, an action that has just been completed refers to present perfect tense. And let me tell you the structure of present perfect tense, that how we frame a sentence of present perfect tense. So, the structure is subject plus has or have plus past participle form of verb plus object. Subject plus has or have. Now, the question is, where do we use has and where do we use have? So, children, we use has with singular subjects or singular nouns or pronouns, and we use have with plural subjects or plural nouns or pronouns. So, subject plus has plus past participle form of verb. Now, what is this past participle form? Past participle form means V3, that means the third form of the verb. For example, eat. Eat is the root form. What will be the second form? That is V2, second form of verb. It will be ate. And what will be the third form of eat? It will be eaten. Eat, ate, eaten. So, the third form or the V3 of eat will be eaten. So, this is just an example so that you can understand the meaning of V3. So, past participle means the third form of the verb plus the object. So, the structure is subject plus has or have plus past participle form, that is V3 plus object. So, this is the structure in order to frame a sentence of present perfect tense. Now, for example, Reena has just finished her work. Reena has. Reena is singular, and in case of singular, we use has. Reena has just finished. I have not used finishes or finishing. I have used finished, which is the third form of finish. So, Reena has just finished her food. So, I hope that this first point is clear regarding present perfect tense. Now, let me explain you the second point of present perfect tense. See, it is also used to show an action which started in the past. Please listen to me carefully, that it is used to show or express an action which started in the past and is still continuing and may continue further in the future. So, it also refers to the action that started in the past but is still continuing and may continue further in the future. So, these actions also come under present perfect tense. For example, the policemen have already spent 2 hours chasing the robbers. This means that the action of chasing the robbers began 2 hours before. That means in the past, not in the present. But the policemen are still chasing the robbers, and it may be possible that they may chase the robbers in the near future also. So, the action began in the past, but the action is still continuing and it may continue in the future also. Next example, the monument has stood here for more than 100 years. So, the monument, it stood here means the monument is standing since the monument is standing for more than 100 years, means the monument was standing, it means that the monument was built in the past and now also it is standing, and it is possible that in the future also it will be standing. So here also the sentence shows that the work, the action began in the past, it is still continuing and may continue in the future also. So the second point is also clear to everybody. Now the third point regarding present perfect tense is that it also shows past events, the time for which is not mentioned. Yes, it shows past events, but the time is not mentioned. For example, they have known each other for years. See, time is not mentioned that from when they are knowing each other, right? So it shows the past events, the time for which is not mentioned. Okay. Next example, she has always admired your work. Time is not mentioned, the specific time, particular time, but she has always admired, means in general it is written. So I hope that this point is clear to everybody. Now students, one point regarding this, that if the action has just ended or just completed, then we often use words like already, recently, just, or etc. with present perfect tense. So I hope that present perfect tense is clear to everybody. First point I told that the action that has just been completed, and second point the action that started in the past, or the action that started in the past but it's still continuing and may continue in the future. So this is used in case of present perfect tense. Now let's come to the fourth subcategory of present tense, that is present perfect continuous tense. This is the fourth or the last subcategory of present tense, the present perfect continuous tense. So students, present perfect continuous tense is used to describe an action which began in the past and is still continuing. So it expresses or it describes an action that began in the past, means in the past only the action began, the action started, but that action is still continuing, that is in progress. So this refers to present perfect continuous tense. Continuous means it is in progress, it is in continuation, it is continuing. Now the structure of present perfect continuous tense, or how to frame a sentence of present perfect continuous tense. So the structure is subject plus has been or have been plus ing form of verb plus object. See, I have explained you that where do we use has and where do we use have. Subject plus has we use with singular nouns or pronouns or singular subject, and one thing is added here, that is been. In present perfect continuous tense, been is also added. So the structure will be subject plus has been or have been plus ing form of verb plus object. In this, ing is added to the verb form. Now for example, the baby has been smiling since her mother returned from the office. The baby has been smiling since her mother returned from her office or returned from the office. The baby has been. Baby, the baby means I am talking about a particular baby, one baby, that means singular. So I have used has. So baby has been smiling. Smile is the verb and I have added ing to smile. Next example, the patient has been waiting for the doctor for 3 hours. The patient has been waiting. See, ing is added to the verb form. So I hope that present perfect continuous tense is clear to everybody. And students, it can be used with phrases like since, for, long, all day, etc. We can use these phrases with present perfect continuous tense. So I hope that the present tense and all the 4 subcategories of present tense is clear to everybody. Now students, let's come to the second type of tense, that is the past tense. Past means the action that has already been done, the action that has already been completed in the past. That refers to past tense. So past tense also has 4 subcategories. The first one is simple past tense. The second one is past continuous tense. The third one is past perfect tense, and the fourth one is past perfect continuous tense, which I will be explaining you one by one. So let's start with the first subcategory of past tense, that is simple past tense. Now what is simple past tense? Students, simple past tense is used to express a past habit or regular action in the past. See, I hope you remember that in the first video I explained you about simple present tense. In simple present tense, I told you that it is used to express a regular habit done in the present. So if I talk about the past tense, that is simple past tense, then it is used to express, or it is used to describe a past habit or regular action in the past. The habit that was a habit about past. For example, he went to college every morning. He went to college means now he is not going. In the near future, he regularly went to his college. Second example, they played cricket every Sunday. They played cricket on every Sunday. Means in the past they used to play cricket on every Sunday. Means now they are not playing, but in the past they were playing cricket on every Sunday. Now let me tell you about the structure of simple past tense, that how do we frame a sentence of simple past tense. So the structure is subject plus second form of verb plus object. In this we use the second form of the verb. We do not add s or es to the verb form. Second form means V2. They played. Generally ed is added to the verb form. Generally, I am talking in general, but there are cases where ed is not added. For example, go, went. The V2 form or the second form of go is went. Eat, ate. So there are different verb forms. So we use the second form of the verb in case of simple past tense. Now let me tell you the second point of simple past tense. Students, simple past tense is used to describe an event or action that has already happened or been completed either recently or a long time ago. So it is used to describe an action that has already happened or it has already been completed either recently, it completed recently, or it completed long time ago. For example, he left school a moment ago. He left school a moment ago. That means recently that action was done. Recently he left the school. Second example, she applied for admission last month. Means long time. It is talking about long time. In the first example, recently the action was done, and in the second example, long time ago the action was done. Means she already applied for admission last month. Next, third point, simple past tense is also used to narrate a story. Yes, it is used to narrate a story. For example, once upon a time there lived a prince. Once upon a time there lived. See, lived, it is the second form of the verb. Live is, the second form of live is lived. So once upon a time there lived a prince. Next example, the man rang the door but heard nothing and went away. In this sentence, it is possible, students, that more than one verb can be used. Yes, of course it is possible that in a sentence more than one verb can be used. In this sentence, the man rang the doorbell. Ring is the root form and rang is the second form, that is V2. The man rang the doorbell but heard nothing. But heard is the second form again, and went away, and went is again the second form of go. So I hope that this is clear to everybody. Students, generally V2 or the second form of verb is added by generally the second form of verb is formed by adding ed, but ed to the root form of the verb, but there are certain exceptions as I told you. Now students, let's come to the second subcategory of simple past. Sorry, cut that line. Now students, let's come to the second subcategory of past tense, that is past continuous tense. Now what is this past continuous tense? Students, past continuous tense is used to describe an action that was in progress at some time in the past, means that action was in progress at some time in the past. See, continuous means the action needs to be in progress, either in present or in the past, or it may be in the future also. Continuous means the action is in progress, the action is in continuation. So past continuous tense is used to describe an action that was in progress, means that action was in continuation in the past at some time. So for example, mother was baking the cake, means the action was in progress in the past, mother was baking the cake. Next example, the choir was singing songs. The choir was singing songs, means the choir was singing songs in the future. They were continuing singing songs in the future. And the structure of past continuous tense is subject plus was or were plus ing form of verb plus object. Subject plus was or were. In case of singular subject or nouns or pronouns, we use was, and in case of plural, we use were. So subject plus was or were plus ing form of verb. See, continuous is there, that means we have to use ing. You have to add ing to the verb plus the object. Like as I told you, mother was baking the cake. Mother is the subject, was you have to add since mother is singular. So mother was baking. Bake is the root form, and ing is added to the root form, which and ing is added to bake, which means it becomes baking, and the cake is object. So I hope that till here it is clear to everybody. Now the next point of past continuous tense. Students, past continuous tense is also used to indicate an action. Past continuous tense is also used to. Now let's come to the second point. Students, past continuous tense is also used to indicate that an action was going on when a second action took place. Which means that when the second action took place, the first action was also going on. Which means that I am talking about two actions. When the second action took place, then at that time the first action was also going on. The first action was in progress. For example, the children were doing their homework when mother called them for the dinner. See, here there are two actions. First, the children were doing their homework, this is the first action, and second action, when mother called them for dinner. So when the second action happened, the first action was already going on, it was already taking place. Second example, the lady was crying with pain last evening when I visited her. The lady was crying with pain, this is the first action. The lady was crying in pain last evening when I visited her. When I visited her is the second action. So when second action so when the second action took place, the first action was already going on. So this is past continuous tense. So I hope that till here it is clear to everybody. Now students, in the next video I shall be explaining the further subcategories of past tense. Till then, thank you so much. Be safe.